on this Tuesday afternoon volume of MLB. Diamondbacks baseball as Arizona goes up against the Texas Rangers. Let's go now to Gary Thorne, John Kruk, and Steve Phillips out at Rangers Ballpark in Arlington as first pitch is just moments away.
Everybody in baseball loves to watch his at-bats. Even opposing pitchers go, we'll get a chance to watch Adrian Beltre. Defending their home turf today, the Texas Rangers here in Arlington. Gary Thorne, John Kruk, Steve Phillips, 2K Major League Baseball. Here's a glance at Texas's starter. As he gets into this Arizona lineup, Steve, what do you look for strategy?
A good-looking lefty on the mound right here against a lineup that can put some runs up on the board. So pretty even matchup. So it's going to come down to which side executes better than the other. Oftentimes we say good pitching can beat good hitting.
Now we got a chance to take a look at the lineup for the Diamondbacks. Thoughts, John? Anybody stand out?
Just enough that can do everything on the field. An exciting player. He can hit. He can run. Anything else you need from him, he can do. Now, at a young age, he's becoming a little more selective at the plate. That's going to mean bigger numbers.
Here's Cuddy Ross leading it off. Perez with the delivery. There's a swing and a smash. That's one down. Now we'll take a quick look at the Rangers, see where they are positionally. John, keeping an eye on anyone?
Well, if you hit a ground ball to Elvis Andrus, there's a pretty good chance you're going to be making a right turn back to your dugout. He just doesn't miss the routine play, and that's all you ask for from your shortstop.
It's Hill at the plate.
You know, last year was a bit of a letdown season for the Diamondbacks as they gave up their claim as the best in the National League West. Not a huge letdown by any means, though, as it would have been very difficult to recapture the magic they had in 2011.
Ball. That one's too low. Perez missing. Steve, tell you about the Diamondbacks. Injury is a big part of why they could not repeat. Just too big a parts of their team missing last year.
Yeah, and that was a big part of it, injuries, but they were able to fight back, and they found some young players who I think they can count on in 2013 to help them try to get back to the postseason. You know, if these guys can play to their potential, there's no reason why they can't contend with the other teams in the NL West.
And that's a ball. Aaron Hill's going to be looking for a green light in this at bat. And in this matchup, lifetime 281 off the Rangers. And that one misses. That'll be ball 4.
Well, he needs to be careful here. Don't give them free base runners. Make them earn it. Well, he didn't want to lay it right down the middle, but he misses with this one low, and now he's walked him on 4 pitches. He's got to settle down.
Now Justin Upton batting, runner on first. Swing and a liner to right center. And it's through. Base hit Upton. Hill headed for third. And he pulls into second base. That will be a double.
A good piece of hitting and great piece of base running right there, Gary. I wasn't sure he was going to make it, but now he's on second.
That's a great asset right there to be able to exploit opportunities offensively, and that's what he's done.
And credit the base coach for knowing where the players were positioned on the field to allow him to get in there. Well, high pressure, no doubt about that on the mound right now in a jam like this.
Doesn't want to give up the lead run here. Tie ball game with a couple on.
Well, the situation's not all that bad just yet, Gary. It's still early. If he can get a strikeout or a pop-up and limit the sacrifice opportunities, then the defense can move back and they can play for the final out of the inning.
And Andrus is able to make the play. Out in time for the out. An RBI situation for Paul Goldschmidt. Upton's on at second. On at third is Hill. A ball there as Perez misses.
Well, that right there is a really good pitch. Just missing the outside corner. Give the batter a lot of credit, though. That is one of the toughest pitches to lay off of, that hard fastball away.
That's down. The run's coming in. And Upton comes across to score. So that's going to bring in two. Those two RBIs, boy, that makes a difference. We can see just how much on this WPA chart.
Well, anytime the guys in front of you are on base, the last thing you want to do is have a bad at-bat to end an inning. He gets a pitch he can handle, and he drives home the first 2 runs of this ball game. Let's see if this opens things up a little bit for this team.
Perez with the delivery. Fastball misses away. 1-0. Pauses, and now the 1-0. And that one outside. Kubel lays off. A look at the lifetime numbers. He's .260 against the Rangers. Ball 3. Good eye, Kubel. Now let's see if he goes after one or not.
Well, he's up in the count right here, 3-0, and you know he has the green light. As a hitter, you set middle in and try to get something in that zone to generate a run.
And Jason Kubel works this one to a hitter's count, 3-1.
3-1 count, still a major advantage to the hitter. He's got to bring the ball in the zone, and he commands his fastball better than any other pitch. That's what he's done in the past.
Now the 3-1. Back up the middle. Andrus with a pickup. And he throws on to first. That'll retire the side. And so they quickly put up the first 2 runs here, getting an early lead. The D-backs have the lead 2-0. And we've got Tyler Skaggs out on the mound. He's starting for Arizona. So, Steve, how's he going to handle these big Texas bats?
Well, this is some kind of lineup he's facing in this one, and this left-hander is going to have to be on top of his game and really move his pitches around and use an assortment of pitches and really dazzle this lineup if he's going to have any luck against them.
Now the 1-0 pitch. There's a swing and a liner. And he's on. That's a nice way to jumpstart your offense. Now we'll see how Ron Washington set this lineup today. So who are you looking at, John?
Well, I've had managers of opposing teams tell me that Nelson Cruz eventually is going to hit a ball farther than anyone in the history of baseball. That's what kind of power he possesses in this game. Let's see if he can take one out today.
Here's a quick look at the defensive setup of the Diamondbacks. John, scouting anyone here?
Well, every team needs a guy who goes all out on every single play, and that's what Aaron Hill brings to the table. He's a grinder on defense. Is he going to win awards for his defense? Maybe not. But is he going to give you great, consistent play on a daily basis and 100% effort every time he goes out on the field? He absolutely is.
Swung and a fly ball. This one fielded by Pennington. 1 down.
Now, there's nothing worse than getting your pitch and just getting underneath it and popping out to short. Not going to be happy with that.
Lance Berkman, a runner on first. Well, it was a short trip to the postseason last year for the Rangers. Things really fell apart for them, and it came out of nowhere. They played themselves into the wild card game, and then red-hot Orioles took them.
Ian Kinsler's a very aggressive base runner, and this situation is screaming for him to run. They better keep an eye on him.
He waited on that first pitch and took it. It's 1-0. Looking back at that wild card game, the Rangers, it seemed, they thought they had locked up the division for months. Oakland taking the American League West in the final day. The Rangers, Steve, they just seemed shell-shocked and never got out of it.
They were shell-shocked. There's no question about this. This was the team that was on the way to the best record in the American League. But all of a sudden, it's one off. You're out. You're done. Really, the whole thing just snuck up on them and dashed all their postseason dreams.
And Skaggs sends the 2-1 pitch. Taken by Berkman, high for a ball. The career average 275 off Arizona. He set the 3-1. That misses, ball 4. The potential tying run on base.
Well, good discipline by the hitter to lay off the high pitch and take his base.
Adrian Beltre hits here with 2 on.
Now, we've grown used to seeing Adrian Beltre punish pitchers, and last season, no different. Once again, he made the case for him as the best third baseman in all of baseball.
And he watches the outside pitch from Skaggs for a ball. Back to Beltre with the A-Rod slowing down. Beltre's right up there with him now. He's been consistent. There's contact. He drove it well. And to Ross. That's 2 gone. Kinsler going towards third.
2 outs now. Those runners are still standing on base. Let's see if he can find his way out of this with the lead intact.
So Nelson Cruz will try to keep this going. Just 1 hit, 14 career at bats against the D-backs. Berkman's on at first. Kinsler's the base runner at third. Fastball swung on and missed. 0-1. Skaggs. This one's blasted high, deep center field, way back there. It is gone. Goodbye, Homer. The Rangers with a big fly. They trail by 2 runs, a 3-run shot.
And you know, for the Rangers, they've got the run support they needed and have attacked the opposition. Doing what they need to do to jump ahead. This is a lineup that can produce.
On the way. A swing and a miss. Murphy, strike 1. And Steve, they wanted to get out in front now with a chance to continue here, building up a little padding.
And right now is the time when they want to strike. The pitcher hasn't settled into any rhythm yet, and they need to capitalize.
And you just don't know when those runs will come, if they're going to come. And David Murphy looks at that one for a ball. That'll even up the count. A 7 for 18 mark in his career against the D-backs.
And you know, Gary, a lot of times you just see the other team's jersey, and you know you have the confidence that you can hit against them.
Foul fastball. Now the count 1-2.
That's a great pitch right here. Pounding the strike zone, going up and away. A pitch he could catch up with.
Struck him out. Boy, is he glad this inning's over. Very tough inning for Tyler Skaggs. He's given up 1 home run in the ballgame. And it'll be the D-backs. And a rather warm day to be out there in that field. You're going to sweat it out here in Texas today. It's going to be Johnson now. He's going to get us started. 2nd inning. A swing and a fly ball to left center field. And Murphy's going to play it. Able to glide over. Not much of a problem on that one. It's McDonald at the plate. He takes that one. Perez has him 0-1.
Now that he's ahead in the count here, Gary, I'm looking for him to go to the curveball and try to punch him out.
The pitch. Gets in front, stopped it. It's in the dirt. The pitch. He takes a fastball for a strike. Now it's 1-2.
Sometimes when the pitch comes out of the pitcher's hand, you have to say to yourself, I'm going to lay off and wait for the next one. He didn't think he could catch up to it. Good decision.
Fastball just about had him, and it's a 2-2 count.
2-2 count. You still have a pitch you can waste, and you can make one of those borderline strikes and see if you can get him to chase it.
2-2. Curve that misses. 3-2.
They tried to go backdoor with the curveball right there, but just couldn't catch the outside corner.
Here's the 3-2 pitch. Lost him. Ball 4. Potential tying run is on.
What a successful approach at the plate right there. Wearing out the pitcher's arm through a very, very long at bat. Now, let's see what he can do with this next hitter.
Pennington's in the batter's box. A .235 career average off the Rangers. First pitch is a slider in there. 0-1.
Boy, that's a tough pitch to deal with right there. You might be looking for a fastball. You get the breaker down and away.
Perez with the delivery. Ball. Good patience there. Cliff Pennington lets it go by for a ball. Count is even.
Well, he wanted to just tag the outside corner with that slider, but just off the plate for a ball.
Missed with the fastball outside. 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Lays off that fastball. It's a called strike. 2-2.
Gary, I think he decided that was a pitch he needed to take as soon as it came out of his hand. Just can't handle that fastball up and away.
Lays off, and we're full. 3-2.
Well, he tried that four-seam fastball up in the zone to get him the chase. Tough pitch to lay off of. Good job by the hitter.
This one's grounded near third. Foul. The 3-2 pitch. A shot up the middle, and he'll try to make the play. Kinsler for 1, and they get 2. Great double play. And they're unable to make any noise here in this half inning. The Rangers maintain the advantage. It'll be the bottom third of the order coming to the plate. So Giovanni Soto will lead it off. And swung on a miss. Skaggs' pitch. It's now 0-1. We're going to take a brief moment here to check out the breakdown on this pitcher's pitch types that have turned into hits today. John, Steve, your thoughts?
That four-seam fastball of his, it's gotten hit twice already.
I think the thing to recognize here is the only hits he's given up have come on that pitch. So he's going to have to be more careful about when and where he goes with it from here on out.
The pitch. Fastball gets away from him there. 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. It's now 3-1. Soto's got the hitter's count. Hitting just .217 lifetime off Arizona. And this is bounced foul to the left side. 3-2 on the way. Ball 4. He walked him.
Well, if you're a batting coach, this is what you preach to your hitters. Be very disciplined at the plate. If he throws a strike, go ahead and let it rip. But if he doesn't, be patient with him, work your walks, make him throw a lot of pitches and get in that bullpen.
And in the batter's box, here's Moreland. Skaggs with the delivery. Just missed with the fastball. 1-0.
Well, the job of the pitcher is to make the hitter as uncomfortable as he can. You throw a four-seam fastball up and in around someone's chest, it'll make...
He's running. And he is out trying to take second. Now the 2-0. He watches that fastball. That goes by him for a strike. 2-1.
Well, when you throw the fastball, that's where you want it to go. Now you can elevate a pitch next time around.
Fastball on the black. He doesn't get the call, though, and it's 3-1.
Well, he tried to go outside on the outside corner with that fastball right there. Just got a little bit off the plate. He's got to be careful, though. You don't want that hitter to get his arms extended.
Fouled away. The 3-2 pitch. That one swung on, hit in the air to deep right center field. And Upton picks it up. Here's Gentry now with a wiggle waggle coming to the plate. Lifetime, he's hit 2 for 7 off the D-backs. Skaggs with the delivery. Ball. First pitch is a changeup low, 1-0. He watches that fastball. It'll even up the count at 1-1. The 1-1. Line drive. That's foul towards first. The 1-2 on its way. He swings and nails a liner into center field for a base hit. So Ian Kinsler will come up.
Now this pitch just cuts right over the heart of the plate. The hitter handled it perfectly.
That's one of those where you've given in by making a bad pitch and really made it much easier for the hitter.
Now he's better than that. Bear down.
Then this is his 8th season. First pitch of the AB, and they pitch out. Nobody's moving. The 1-0 pitch. Change up just off the black. Falls behind, 2-0.
Well, he tried to change up right there, but it just stayed down and off the plate.
Here's the pitch. And that catches the outside corner, 2-1.
He looked like he was ready to swing that time at the plate, Gary, but he must have been looking for a different pitch as that fastball just paints the outside corner.
2-1 pitch. He makes contact. Line drive. Can't cut it off. It's going to roll to the wall. Fantastic chance here.
Well, there's no reason in the world for any hitter to want to swing at that pitch. A pitch down out of the strike zone. Never had a chance at all to be a strike. But that's why we're up here talking about it, and he's down there doing it. He can get his bat on that ball to get a hit.
And we've got Andrus batting. 19 career at bats, 3 hits off the D-backs.
And it just seems like there's always that one team that you struggle against, and this happens to be the team for him.
Towards the middle. Oh, off the pitcher. Wow, that was a hot shot, and he couldn't get out of the way. So Tyler Skaggs heads to the dugout. He's back in good form now. No runs in the second. A little shaky in the first. And it'll be the D-backs. We've got the top of the order coming up. Here's Cody Ross leading it off. 0 for 1 thus far. And Soto spotting the pitch. Perez gets him to swing. That'll be missed and a strike. Pitch on the way. And with 2 strikes, Cody Ross, he's got to protect that strike zone.
Well, he struggles against the curveball, 2 strikes, so don't be surprised if that's what he sees in this situation.
That misses at the shins, 1-2. One-two pitch coming. That one swung on its line. And Andrus able to get that one. And Aaron Hill digs in with 1 out. Let's take a look at what he's doing on these first pitch to hitters.
Well, we tell pitchers all the time, work ahead in the count. It changes the at-bat, and proof here, 0-1 count, and he's gotten 5 guys out today.
Perez with the delivery. Starts him off with one at the knees for a strike. Here's the delivery. There's a ground ball. Andrus with a pickup. Out, 2 away.
Nice easy ground ball to shortstop, able to get over, make the play. Good strong throw across the infield to get the runner at first.
Chance here with 2 down for Justin Upton. He singled and later scored in his last time up. First pitch on the way. Watches that outside pitch from Perez. It'll be a ball.
They went with the big curveball off the plate, trying to get him to reach for it, but he lays off.
The 1-0 now. He sends this one in the air towards center. That's caught. Side is retired. And they aren't able to get anything going in this half inning. 3 up, 3 away. The Rangers maintain the advantage. Whether or not Ron Washington is happy or not with the way this game's progressing. He has to be happy with the work on the mound, especially that last inning. Insurance run so important. Lance Berkman at the plate. Bottom of the 3rd inning and a 1-0 count.
I like what we've seen from Skaggs here.
These at-bats, how's he starting them? Let's take a look.
Well, when he doesn't do well on the first pitch, he doesn't do well. He's given up 3 hits in this game when he has not gotten the first pitch strike over the plate.
That's 1 away.
Well, this ball is hit into the left center field gap, and the center fielder has priority over the left fielder. Good job taking charge. He called him off and made the play.
Now batting with 1 down, Adrian Beltre. He flew out his last time up. Here's the first pitch. He waved at that breaker and misses, and an 0-1 count. He delivers. And Adrian Beltre looks at that one for a ball. It'll even it up. It's hit foul by Beltre. There's a swing, and that one's hit on the ground. Out, 2 away. So Nelson Cruz will try to keep this going. Homered back in the first inning. And he throws the first one. Hit up the middle. Hill throws to first in time. That's 3 down. Goes quickly for Tyler Skaggs. 1, 2, 3. A good 3rd inning for him. He holds steady now with 3 runs allowed. And it'll be the D-backs. Big bats ready to make an appearance. It's Miguel Montero to lead it off. Let's take a look at how this pitcher has been utilizing his arsenal of pitches.
Well, he's done exactly that. He's changed speeds. He's mixed up all his pitches. And the great thing is he's throwing them all for strikes.
It's unpredictability. The hitters can't think along with him. They don't know what he's going to throw next, keeping them off balance.
Here's the 1-0. And that's off the plate, away, ball 2. Here's the pitch. Fastball is caught on and missed that time. 2-1.
Boy, that's some kind of fastball down in the zone right there. The hitter has to be ready for it or he's got no chance to hit it.
Swing and a miss by Miguel Montero, and the count now even.
Well, just because he's a fastball hitter doesn't mean you can't throw him a fastball. Strength on strength right there, and the pitcher came out ahead.
Taps this one foul off to the left. Oh, and Miguel Montero doesn't pull the trigger, and he takes strike 3.
With 2 strikes, the hitter has to protect the whole plate. It's very difficult to do, especially when they throw that heater up and in.
Goldschmidt at the plate.
You know, there was a lot of hope for what Paul Goldschmidt could do in a full season of work. He got the job in 2012, but stumbled out of the gate, but he turned it on late in the year and had a solid season.
Starts him out here. Swings at that first delivery. Curveball by him, 0-1. Well, we're talking about Paul Goldschmidt. Yeah, the first month of the season under 200. Rumors of losing the spot maybe. Then he fought through it and had a real good year.
Yeah, it's amazing what happens when you find out that you might be getting sent down or benched when you're not producing, and all of a sudden those numbers come up. But Goldschmidt is one of those guys. I think it's going to take him a while every year to get started because he's such a big-bodied guy. But I think once he figures it out, he's still going to put up big numbers.
That one's too low. Perez missing. One of the effective ways to attack a lineup, mix up your locations. Here's an interesting breakdown on what this pitcher's been doing.
Well, he's trying to work these hitters away. The problem is he hasn't had much command in this one, and he's missing a lot more outside than he's accustomed to.
Down on strikes there. Nice piece of pitching work. And Kubal's in the box. Perez with the delivery. He gets Kubel to swing. Strike 1.
Well, now that he's ahead in the count here, Gary, I think he's going to utilize that changeup to try to get a swing and a miss.
Oh, 1 offering from Perez. Good patience. Jason Kubel lets that one go by for a ball and leaving up the count. Good-looking fastball. Called the ball, though, 2-1.
Well, that pitch just took off right there and exploded out of the pitcher's hand. Kept it just a little bit inside, though. Tough pitch to hit. Good job by the hitter to lay off.
It's fouled off. Foul ball! Holds off on that slider, and it's 3-2.
As a hitter, I'm glad I laid off that slider. I can't hit it anyway, so I might as well take it.
Payoff pitch. Change up, takes it for a called third strike. That's going to end the inning. Nobody left on base. No runs or hits here in this half inning. Rangers 3, D-backs 2. David Murphy leading it off. Couldn't put anything in play and went down swinging the first time against Skaggs.
Well, struck out on the 12-6 curveball the last time, looking silly. You might look for that pitch in this at-bat because you're going to see it.
And that gets down. Murphy's got a single. And that's going to bring Giovanni Soto up.
Great approach at the plate, a great swing, too. I mean, that's just one of those balls that he wasn't trying to do too much. I'm just going to get on base because there's no outs, and now the guys behind me can drive me in. Well, Giovanni Soto is a guy that came into the big leagues with the bang. hitting balls out of the ballpark. What he has to do, though, is remain consistent with his swing. Sometimes he gets a little out of control and starts swinging at anything that comes up there, trying to hit home runs. As big as he is and as strong as he is, the power will come. He has to let it happen, though.
Walked in his last plate appearance. First pitch was a strike, 0-1 now. And look now at the pitch type distribution. One of the hallmarks of being effective is mixing up your pitches.
Well, that's the one area.
Here's a swing and a line drive. A moment here for Texas. Can they get it done?
I tried to go down with that 0-1 pitch, but it gets blasted right back for the base hit.
But the way he went after that in the box, Steve, it looked like he might have been guessing down there.
Well, I'll tell you what, you have to make contact behind in the count. He got a pitch over the heart of the plate and took advantage of it.
Runners at first and second, nobody out. Swung on line to right center field, and it's through. That's a base hit. And Murphy comes home.
So with one run already across the board and nobody out, this has the potential of being a really big inning. Let's see if they can string some hits together.
Here's Gentry now as he comes to hit. Well, John, Steve, this is the sort of situation where gravity kicks in and the lead seems to just keep on expanding.
Look, you can't always get on the board early, and sometimes you have to play from behind, but when you do get an early lead and the offense is starting to get things going, it just feels like a positive day.
We'll see what he sees first here. And Skaggs tries inside for a ball. Well, we certainly are seeing some offensive production coming early, and a key bit of it at this point in a ball game, it's a chance maybe to put it away early.
Well, they want to continue that offensive momentum, and it takes pressure off the pitcher to allow him to be aggressive, and he has some margin for error.
On the way. Swing and a liner to right center. And yet another hit there, seeing the ball well. And Soto scores. A little warm-up action going in the bullpen. That's a right-hander up and throwing.
Well, they're going to wait for the right-handed hitter on deck to get announced, and then they'll probably make the move to the pen. Well, in this sort of situation, giving up 4 straight hits, the manager has to start to consider pulling him. You got to question the confidence a little bit right now.
Andy and Kinsler to bat. Guys, this lineup making it harder and harder for the defense to see any sort of daylight.
And if you look at how this team is hitting right now, you have to say they're very much in control of this game at this point.
Now Montero positions himself, and he watches the outside pitch from Skaggs for a ball. And I think John's got a valid point about the momentum and energy we're seeing in the field right now. This offense does not look like it's going to let up.
No, it certainly doesn't look like it's going to let up. The pitching is faltering. They're making mistakes, and it's costing them. They need to act quickly to turn the tide before it gets too much of a lead to overcome.
The 1-1. There's a swing and a drive deep to left field. As he drops back, here comes the runner for the plate. And a run comes home.
Solid approach at the plate. Got a pitch that he could do something with it, that he could handle, and he picks up an RBI. Good job.
Runner on first now for Elvis Andrus. And the confidence we are seeing here palpable. This lineup able to figure out effective ways to score and keep scoring.
And if you look at how this team is hitting right now, you have to say they're very much in control of this game at this point.
Here's the first pitch. Ball just off the outside, and it's 1-0. And I think John's got a valid point about the momentum and energy we're seeing in the field right now. This offense does not look like it's going to let up.
No, it certainly doesn't look like it's going to let up. The pitching is faltering. They're making mistakes, and it's costing them. They need to act quickly to turn the tide before it gets too much of a lead to overcome.
Here's the pitch. Now with 3 balls, Andrus right now can decide to pick a pitch. That misses, ball 4. Now we're going to see if we'll get some motion on the base paths.
Well, it looked like he was taken all the way right there, Gary. Walked him on 4 straight pitches.
Up next, Lance Berkman.
Now, Gary, he's allowed a boatload of runs in this game, but that really, this last walk was only his 3rd walk so far today.
One out with runners at first and second. Here we go with the first pitch. Fastball taken high, 1-0. And Steve, the problem he's got here, even though the walks aren't very high, the runs are.
Well, and listen, I mean, the walks aren't that high, but he has not had as good command in this game today. A lot of hitters counts, and they've capitalized on it.
Change up low, 2-0. Berkman fouls it away. Here's the check swing. Umpire says a strike anyway. 2-2. A smash between short and third. That's 1 out. Decides not to try for the double play. Hangs on to it.
Well, they had to go to the bullpen much earlier than they anticipated, but the starter wasn't getting it done, and you can't let this game get away from you.
Grounded out last time up. Here's the first pitch. Palmeter gets him to swing and a miss for a strike.
Well, he wasn't trying to hit a single the other way with that swing. He's trying to take that ball out of the ballpark. Let me tell you, if he gets another pitch in that location, look out. We might have a souvenir.
That one lofted in the air. And that one is foul. Ring him up, strike 3, but boy, what a solid offensive inning that was. They pick up 4 hits in the inning and 3 runs across the plate. Texas leading by 4. Bottom 3 due up next. It's going to be Johnson now. 0 for 1 thus far. Here's the first one. That one's too low. Perez missing.
Well, you see there, he tried to go on that outside corner, down and away. Give the hitter a lot of credit, though. You know that's a pitch you can't hit, so don't even swing at it. Well, and the catcher looked like he really wanted that one.
Swing and a miss. Chris Johnson after it. Count is even. Here's the delivery. That misses down in the zone. 2-1. Two-1 on the way. Change up misses, and it's 3-1.
Well, a lot of guys would swing at that pitch right there, that changeup down in the strike zone, but the hitter luckily stayed off that one.
Into the motion now, the 3-1. Got a full count now. Swings and misses on a fastball.
Some guys look for the walk on a 3-2 count. Some look for the base hit. This guy's going to be up there swinging.
The full count pitch. Johnson will foul that away. Full count. Perez throws. Fastball swung out and missed. Struck him out. 1 away.
Now we're going to get a chance, Gary, to see the 4-seam fastball in K-Cam.
Well, back-to-back pitches that just did the job beautifully.
John, I think those last fastballs actually threw off his timing. He looked like he might have been looking for something else.
Yeah, that's a difficult part of hitting. If you're looking for a breaking ball and you get a fastball, it can make you look bad.
It's McDonald at the plate. He takes that one. Perez has him 0-1.
A good four-seam fastball right there. You have to know yourself. He didn't think he could catch up to it. Better off to take it.
The pitch. Swung on line to right center field. That should be a base hit.
Well, he stayed behind the ball right there real well. Got himself that one-out base hit.
Pennington's in the batter's box. Perez with the delivery. Here's a swing and a liner towards the gap in left field. Makes its way through for a single. Good offensive chance here.
Now he's a first pitch fastball hitter. He got the fastball and ripped it into left.
So with one down, it'll be Cody Ross. Here we go with a little breakdown on the types of pitches that he's throwing on the mound that are turning into hits.
This guy's four-seamer's been hit 3 times.
You know, it's a bit concerning how he's been hit when he's gone to that pitch, but you can't be too disappointed with how he's come out and pitched in this one. He's definitely given his team a chance to win.
And here's the first one. Swings and misses. The good change right there. 0-1. 0 for 2 lifetime against Perez. He deals. And Cody Ross looks at that one for a ball. We're even now. Here's the 1-1 pitch. A swing and a foul off to the right side. Strike 3 swung on by Cody Ross. No luck. Take a look down there in the bullpen. They've got a lefty up and throwing.
Well, I don't see him coming in just yet. I mean, with a righty in the on-deck circle, I don't think that's the matchup they want.
RBI, that's the chance Aaron Hill has.
A good outing from Perez. This is what they need, to just avoid the clunker and give him a chance to win.
A chance here to see what kind of strikes he's been throwing, how he's generating successful pitches.
Well, what stands out is when he's been most successful is when he's hitting the inside and outside corners of the plate. He's keeping the ball out of the middle, and that's the way you have success in this league.
That's exactly it. Keep the ball out of the center of the plate, make it difficult for the hitter to center the ball on the bat.
Throws to first, side is retired. Well, you want to keep your options open, so as you look at the pen, both the righty and lefty are up.
Well, manager's looking ahead at the lineup, making sure that he has all options available to handle this lineup.
No runs and a couple of hits and 2 left on. The Rangers maintain the advantage. Middle of the lineup, due up. Leading it off, Nelson Cruz. He homered earlier in the ballgame.
Boy, good offensive production today. Some quality at bats, driving in runs, and then the power's coming out as well. And I tell you what, there's not a pitch he can't hit.
And the bottom half of the 5th now, 1-ball count. Here's the 1-0. It's now 1 ball, 1 strike. He watched that fastball that was in there. Pitch on the way. There's a swing and a drive, deep right field. And he'll put that one away for out number 1. David Murphy batting now, 1 down. He singled his last trip. Starts him out here. Swings and grounds this one foul, wide of third. Line shot into center field, and it gets down. That's hit number 2, making good contact. And that's going to bring Giovanni Soto up.
He gets a letter high pitch, a good pitch to hit, and he takes advantage of it. Nice job.
Hitting from behind is not an easy thing to do in this game, but a little easier when the pitch is up there.
You throw it over the plate like that, it's going to cost you.
He's 1 for 1 so far. First pitch on the way. Takes that one low and outside, 0-1. The pitch. Line drive left of the bag and foul. Wanted to get him fishing, but he misses. 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. That's it, foul by Soto. Colmeter kicks and throws. Swing and a miss on the fastball, second out in the inning.
He chased it out of the zone. You've got to make the pitcher bring it back in. If you swing at a bad pitch, it's awfully tough to make contact.
And in the batter's box, here's Moreland. Singled home a run in his last at bat. Murphy's on at first. We'll see what he sees first here. And that one is going to be high. Colmeter trying upstairs with it. The 1-0 now. Here's a swing and a broken bad line drive. And the side's retired. He'll catches and he'll head off. Josh Colmeter comes off the mound. And it'll be the D-backs. It's Justin Upton to lead it off. 1 for 2 in the ballgame. And he starts him out. Watches that outside pitch from Perez. It'll be a ball. Smash towards the middle. And it's through. Base hit Upton. So Miguel Montero will come up.
This is what you're supposed to do when you're leading off an inning. Figure out a way to get on base any way you can. A hit's great, a walk's great, but just get on base because now you have the potential to score runs.
0 for 2 thus far. Here's the delivery. First pitch way out of the zone. Ball 1.
Well, that pitch right there just seemed to get away from the pitcher, took off on him. Looked like he tried to overthrow that a little bit.
Swing and a miss by Miguel Montero, and the count now even. Struck out looking in his last at bat against Perez.
Well, that four-seam fastball just locked him up the last time around. He had no chance to get the bat off his shoulder for strike 3.
Well, 3 others have gone down on strikes when he's gone to that pitch, so it's been very effective against this lineup.
Here's Upton taking off. And his throw, he is out. Great throw. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Miguel Montero. He's out of there.
With 2 strikes, the hitter wanted the fastball. He got it, but didn't do anything with it.
Goldschmidt at the plate. Got a couple of RBIs thus far.
Well, big production in this ball game. Already driving in a couple runs and a major factor in this offense.
Perez with the delivery. Swung on and fouled away. Taken inside by Goldschmidt for a ball. It's fouled away. Slider swung on and missed. Struck him out. That's going to retire the side. So no runs on 1 hit and nobody left on. Texas 6, D-backs 2. Here's Gentry now with a wiggle waggle coming to the plate. 5 years coming up this year. Here's the first one. It's taken for a ball. Colementer's pitch.
Well, hitters know those two-seam fastballs down to the way turn into ground ball out, so they lay off of it. But with 2 strikes, it's a pitch you have to swing it.
Oh, that runs inside. That got him.
I think it's safe to say, Gary, that's going to leave a mark. That hurts from up here.
So Ian Kinsler will come up.
Well, Gary, as we saw that hitter get hit with the pitch right there, it's just a mechanical issue. He'll get that ironed out a little bit, but I don't think it's intentional, certainly.
The first pitch. Line drive fouled off towards first. And now we'll see if he can regroup here, get control of that pitch again, see how willing he is to throw it again right away.
Well, what you don't want to do is let it get in your head when you start to worry about pitching inside or getting too close to anybody. So he's got to make sure his head's right.
Here's Elvis Andrus with 2 down. And starts him out here. Foul ball! Andrus makes contact, and that's going to be a foul ball. And the 0-1 by Colemente. And he will let that one alone. Elvis Andrus, patience and an even count. Here's the 1-1. That's taken low for a ball. 2-1. And Montero's calling for the pitch. Ball 3. Now 3-1. Elvis Andrus, he's got the hitter's count. Swings, lines this one back up the middle, and it's through. That's a base hit for Andrus. That will bring up Lance Berkman.
Well, with 2 outs and no one on base, chances of scoring a run seem pretty scarce, but they get that 2-out hit. Now they have some life.
Lined out last time up. Now the first pitch. Ball. And that one is going to be high. Colemente trying upstairs with it.
Well, he's one of those pitchers that doesn't like to fall behind, and when he does, he wants to come right back in with that fastball, so you got to be ready for it.
At the belt, the 1-0. Lost the grip to that changeup, and it's 2-0.
Well, he fooled him right there with that pitch, but give the hitter credit to lay off of that changeup inside.
Here's the 2-0 pitch. And now that's a ball. Lance Berkman's going to be looking for a right to swing here. Here's the pitch. And that misses as well. That's a 4-pitch walk.
Well, he didn't want to lay it right down the middle, but he misses with this one low, and now he's walked him on 4 pitches. He's got to settle down.
So, up next, here's a big at-bat for Adrian Beltre. He's hitless thus far. Berkman's on at first. Andrus off second. It's now 0-1. Watch that fastball go by.
Well, I have to go out of the strike zone here on the 0-1 count. He tends to be very aggressive here. See if you can't get him to chase.
It's taken for a ball. Colementer's pitch. There's a ground ball. And it gets through for him. His first hit. You wouldn't have expected to wait this long. A bit of relief for him. And they score him.
Well, infield playing back in this situation. A well-hit ball just getting by him for a base hit.
Here's Nelson Cruz with a couple on and 2 down. You know, guys, it seems like this lineup, once they got on a roll, kept on rolling.
And for the record, guys, I'm not calling this game as you never know what can happen, but it's going to take a major comeback if it's going to happen.
Here's the first pitch. Watches a fastball that's in there. 0-1. Nelson Cruz not fooled by that pitch, and the count is evened up. That's hit foul by Cruz. That one's wide as Colemeter misses. The pitch. A liner headed for the hole. A moment here for Texas. Can they get it done?
And that's 3 straight hits right now. This lineup's starting to figure something out right here. He needs to mix up his pitches.
David will get an RBI chance. 2 for 3 thus far. Cruz is at first. Beltre the runner at second. Berkman the lead at third. Changeup just misses. 1-0. It's taken for a ball. Colementer's pitch. Now the 2-0 pitch. Lined up the middle. And another hit back to back. Beltre is going to try and score. And Berkman will score. And Beltre also home. I think there's an issue of how much is left in his tank right here, so that bullpen's going to get active.
You know, it's still early in the game, though, so I'd be surprised if they make this move this early. They may just getting prepared in case they need to go there.
And he's on board. Credit in with 2 RBIs on the base hit. Giovanni Soto, here's the opportunity with 2 outs and 2 on. Now, definitely not an overstatement to say this offense may not be stoppable today.
Well, throughout this game, it's just getting more and more lopsided with this lead turning into a rout.
First pitch to him. Ground ball. Played by Pennington. Throws on to first. Side is retired. So it's a difficult inning for Josh Colemeter. And it'll be the D-backs. And if you are just coming on board, Gary Thorne, Steve Phillips, John Kruk, as we bring you Major League Baseball here on 2K Sports. And Kubal's in the box. 0 for 2 thus far. And it'll be Joakim Soria doing the pitching. He's been chosen to take over out there.
Well, if Joakim Soria started his career in a big market, he would be a household name. But the fact that he's played for Kansas City his first 3 years doesn't mean many people know who he is. But he's established himself as one of the best closers in baseball. And when he gets in the game, the lights are turned out.
And Jason Kubel with a swing and a miss for a strike, evening up the count.
Well, Gary, with this big a lead here in the 7th inning, it's incumbent upon the pitcher to throw strikes, get outs right now.
And it's fouled away. Good cutter. Swung on and missed for the first out.
Well, this is where you want to go with 2 strikes on the hitter. You want to go down out of the zone. He swings through it, couldn't make contact with that one.
And it's Chris Johnson now up at the plate, 1 away. Cut fastball swung on and missed. 0-1.
Okay, 1 out here in the 7th inning. I mean, you have to like the way this is going. They're looking good. The pitcher's throwing strikes. The defense making plays. They've got a big lead. Everything feels good.
Strike 2 call in the hole. 0-2.
Look for the pitcher to try to expand the strike zone here. The hitter has to swing at anything close.
Low pitch from Soria for a ball.
I love the plan, though. Keep that fastball low and stay out of trouble. The hitter just laid off a tough pitch.
Fastball got him 2 down.
That's how you use your fastball, using it very effectively. 2 consecutive punch-outs.
Cut on and missed 0-1.
Well, it's getting late right now. 2 outs here in the 7th inning, and they're down by a bunch of runs. They need to start to get something going right here, Gary.
And here's a swing and a miss, and he falls behind 0-2.
Well, climbing the ladder on him right there. He just throws that fastball right by him up in the zone.
Fastball called. Strike 3, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, no one left on. Texas maintaining their advantage. And here's Mitch Moreland leading it off. Last time up, flew out. Colmeter kicks and throws. First pitch, fastball, 0-1. He delivers. Strike 2 at the knees. 0-2. Catcher gets a hold of that one in the dirt. The 1-2 on its way. That one is swung on and put in play. Ross will play it. 1 away. Here's Gentry now with a wiggle waggle coming to the plate. Hit by a pitch his last time up. He wants to get some hacks in here. First pitch of the AB. Swung on, liner to right, and he gets it down. That's his 3rd hit, 3 for 3. So Ian Kinsler will come up now.
Well, this lineup's looking pretty good right now. Only 1 out in the inning, and everyone can see that hit coming right there. Already with 2 hits, that's his 3rd.
Well, Ian Kinsler just had a phenomenal 2011. 2012 wasn't bad, but he couldn't replicate the magic of the year before. Now Montero positions himself. That one's wide as Colmeter misses. The slash line for Kinsler was about where he normally is, average 258, but the power, Steve, did not measure up to 2011. He only swings, hits this one pretty well, deep right center. Upton to field this one. He dives and an acrobatic catch. What a play. Had to lay himself out, but he comes away with it.
Well, the key isn't the catch at the end. The key is first step. He got a great jump on it, and that's what allowed him to run it down.
And we've got Andrus batting. Trying again here. Just 1 for 3 thus far. 2 outs and a man on first. Colmeter kicks and throws. Ball. And is taken outside by Andrus for a ball.
2 outs in this inning, but a man on first base. Gary, they've just got to find a way to get it out. Get a ground ball, get the force out at second. Get in there and see if you can't score some runs.
Andrus makes contact, but that's going to be a foul ball. Up the middle. And it gets through. A 2 for 4 ball game.
Well, that's hit number 15 in them for that one. And boy, you get 15 hits in a game. The manager can just sit back and relax and watch his team work.
So with 2 outs in the inning, here's Lance Berkman. Here we go with the first pitch. Berkman fouls it away. And he leaves that one alone. Lance Berkman with patience to even it up.
The best curveballs are the ones that start in the strike zone, then fall out of the strike zone. He couldn't get him to fish for that one, though.
Swing and a miss, 1-2. And that one is going to be high. Colemeter trying upstairs with it. Berkman fouls it away. Swing and a high bouncer to second. Played by Pennington. He'll throw on to first, and that'll do it for this half inning. So no runs, 2 hits, and they strand 2. Rangers 9, D-backs 2. Going to examine this game from the viewpoint of Kirk Gibson. The thoughts of a manager, one can only speculate, but at this point you got to believe he's got some words for that next practice. And the 1-0 count getting us going here in the 8th.
Well, the key right now is base runners. Get guys on base. Hope you get that big inning to try to break this open and see if you can't catch up a little bit.
Strike 1. Soria evens the count.
Well, that's a great choice of pitches right there. Not much the hitter can do with that. Just try to spoil it and maybe go after the next one.
This one's grounded near third. Foul. Good patience there. Cliff Pennington lets it go by for a ball. Count is even.
Hey, Gary, if I'm the pitcher in this situation, I'm going with the slider and trying to strike him out.
Tough pitch to lay off that time. Full count, 3-2.
Well, you watch how the hitter reacted to that. He had thoughts about chasing that pitch, but at the last second decided to lay off of it.
Line drive. That's foul towards first. Lays off that one, misses, ball 4.
So many guys just go up to the plate and swing just to swing the bat. This is what you call a professional at bat. He was patient, he worked the count, he worked the pitcher, and he got that free pass.
It's going to bring Cody Ross up.
They're going to go to the pinch hitter in this situation, trying to get that big hit to bring this runner home.
Off the plate with a fastball, and it's 1-0. He fouls that one off. Here's the pitch. And another foul ball. Ground ball towards the second baseman. Over to second for 1. And a double play. They got them both. Here's a look. 4-6-3 on the double play.
That's the way they teach you, whether you're at second base or shortstop. One fluid motion, get it out of the glove and get rid of it.
Yeah, with 2 down, it'll be Aaron Hill. Last at bat, he grounded out. And he offers at the circle change and misses. 0-1.
Gary, I think right now that you've got to consider trading outs for runs if you're pitching. I mean, listen, just keep getting outs right now. The countdown's there. You only need 4 outs left to win this ballgame.
Strike that time, and it's 0-2.
The pitcher's got him right where he wants him now. Up ahead, 0-2. He could waste a pitch if he wants to.
Hit in the air to center field. And the side's retired as they head into the dugout. And they are retired in short order. Good defensive half inning. Texas still ahead. Cleanup batter due up next. And welcome to those of you just tuning in. 2K Sports, Major League Baseball. This is Gary Thorne along with Steve Phillips and John Crook. And Adrian Beltre up. He's had 1 hit 4 times up. Colemeter kicks and throws in there, and he falls behind 0-2.
When you can spot your four-seam fastball to the outside corner, the hitter has to have balance at the plate and not pull off the ball.
It's hit foul by Beltre. Swing and a hot shot. Hill feels that one. That's 1 away. And it's Nelson Cruz at the plate, 1 away. Homered back in the first inning. And he'll start him out. It's taken for a ball. Colementer's pitch.
Well, he tried to change up right there, but it just stayed down and off the plate.
The 1-0 pitch. Headed for the middle. And in there. He gets that one down. That's his 3rd hit, 3 for 5. That's going to bring up David Murphy.
They need to try a different approach against him. He picked up his 3rd hit of this game, and guess what? There's only 1 out. This lineup's going to roll over right now.
Steve, we'll be focusing here on these Texas hitters. What will he be looking at?
Well, with Tony Sipp on the mound, he pitches for the fly ball. A lot of pitches up in the zone to get the hitters to kind of change their eye level and hit underneath the ball.
He had a 2-run single in his last appearance. First pitch to Murphy. He swings now and really hit that. Out number 2. And that will hold him at first. And Giovanni Soto at the plate, runner on first. Last time he grounded out. First pitch of the at-bat now. Swing and a rocket toward short. And in there, 2nd hit for him in the ball game in his 4th plate appearance.
The best laid plans of mice and men often go astray. They shifted to the left. He hit it to the left. The plan just didn't work this time.
And in the batter's box, here's Moreland. Drove in a run earlier in the game. Soto's on at first. Cruz on at second. Lays off that one inside. Ball 1.
Well, I mean, listen, they don't have great chances as it is, trailing by this much in the game. But if they give up another couple base hits right here, they've got no chance. So 2 outs, find an out somewhere.
Missed again. Ball 2. Here it comes. Big swing and a miss as his eyes lit up on that pitch, but a 2-1 count.
Well, as a hitter, when a guy has a good fastball, you think you have to swing a lot harder to try to catch up with it. You really don't, but he did right there, and that's why he blew it past him.
This is swung on, lifted to deep right field. And there's Upton. Pulls that one in for the 3rd out. No runs and a couple of hits and 2 left on. And it'll be the D-backs. Things will start getting a little more difficult. 3rd man in the lineup coming up. Let's take a look at how the game's progressing for Ron Washington. Great game his club has put together. Things have gone really well. Upton in the batter's box. He'll start the 9th. And the bottom half of the 9th, 1-ball count.
I think right now offensively you've got to start getting base runners. Get as many as you can.
A line drive toward short. On that one, eats him up. But he recovers in time, makes the play. Good work.
Well, obviously, winning big right now, you just want to go out there, make plays, throw strikes, force them to try to put multiple hits together to get back into this game.
And we've got Montero batting. 6 for 22 against the Rangers. And this misses 1-0. That one's drilled to short, and it's starting to head out towards the wall. He's thinking extra bases. And apparently it's time. Obviously a little struggling going on the mound. You look in the pen, they've got 2 up.
Well, let's hope it's not too late. I mean, this guy's out there. He's really scuffling right now. They've got to make the change.
And with the 1 out in this inning, he's standing at second. Goldschmidt at the plate. Struck out swinging last time up. And gets set for the first pitch. Swung on, put in play. This one to Cruz. That's 2 gone. Here's Jason Kubel, looks to bring that runner in. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Smashes that one towards the shortstop. The opportunity for offense is right now.
You know, I like seeing him being able to use the whole field here.
And John, the pitcher pretty much in that middle third, when you can control the bat through the zone like that, punch it where you want it to go, did the damage.
Absolutely, and it makes it a lot harder to pitch to you when you can do that.
Johnson in the box now. Hasn't had much success yet in this game. He's hoping to get something this time. A swinging strikeout ended his last at bat. Strike started off the at bat 0-1.
Well, the hitter struggles with curveballs when he's behind in the count. I suspect they're going to go to the hook.
Here's the pitch. And a good eye by Chris Johnson. That's going to even the count. Career, he's 0 for 1 off Lindblom. Now the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a fly ball, and this might be it. And Beltre's going to play it. That's going to be a wrap. Final out of the ball game.
Well, Texas made it look easy today as they showed up to play and the bats were swinging.
And we take a look at a performance that today earned our Player of the Game award. Without question, Nelson Cruz.
Well, you get on one of these hot streaks, Gary, and all you can do is sit back and watch. And it's an incredible show when it's happening. Spraying the ball all over the field. One just happened to leave the ballpark. That's why he's the player of the game.
Steve, it seemed like they knew from the get-go they had it. This was going to be their day, and they were right.
Now, you and I like the close games just because there's a little more intrigue for all 9 innings, but the hometown fans, they like the offensive explosion and the big win.
Thanks for being with us today. We hope you've enjoyed 2K Sports Major League Baseball. We wrap it up. I'm Gary Thorne with John Kruk, Steve Phillips, and our 2K Sports group. We'll see you soon.